Hi, I'm Lola. I started creating music when I was around 15 or 16. I was in high school and I was in a band class for the first time where we performed a lot. And a lot of my peers in the band wrote music. And this was the first time that I was exposed to songwriters in general and songwriters who were my age. For the longest time growing up, I'd always wanted to write music, but I thought that only older people, adults at the time, were the ones writing music. I didn't know that people my age could write music, and I was so inspired by the people around me who were writing music. I really wanted to try it, and I wrote for the first time, and I fell in love with it, and I've been creating music ever since. I started my TikTok account in November of 2019. I was a sophomore in college, and one of my best friends was using the app, and at the time there weren't a lot of musicians on it, and my friend had told me that it would be a really cool opportunity to potentially get my music out there, and I thought it was really cool how the app already had my music in it, so I decided to give it a try, and I've been on it ever since. It felt so amazing to go viral. The first time I went viral on TikTok was for my song Dirty Clothes, and at the time I really wanted to go live on TikTok, but you had to have 1,000 followers in order to go live, and for 2 years I just could not crack the code to getting more followers on TikTok. I couldn't figure it out. And then one of my friends came over, Andrea, and we decided to make a little TikTok dance together to my song Dirty Clothes. And I posted it really not thinking much of it. Usually when I would post, I would be like, I hope this is the one that goes viral. But this time I was just like, I'm just gonna post it and see what happens. And it blew up, and it was so crazy. And I'll never forget the moment where I started seeing all the likes and all the comments come in and my streams going up like this, and it was just so crazy, and I'll never forget that moment. Typically what I like to do if I'm writing by myself is I'll sit in front of my keyboard and I'll play some chords, and I'll have my voice memos running on my phone right here, and I'll just freestyle for 15, 20, even 30 minutes, and then after that I'll listen back to the voice memo I got, and if there's a line that I liked from it or some chords that I like from it, I'll write them down, and usually I'll be able to build a song off of something I got out of that freestyle. Another way that I really have loved writing recently is with other people. Sometimes I'll write with a producer that builds a beat while I'm actively writing and while they're writing as well. I think that's my favorite way to song right now because it's just so fun to see a beat being built from scratch off an idea we both thought of together. So I definitely think that writing with a producer that also writes and produces at the same time is definitely my favorite way to write right now. I love this question, but I can never pick one. I would say there's 2 artists that I really want to collaborate with. The first one would be Tyler, the Creator. His music has just inspired me so much, and I love his use of words in songs and all the metaphors he uses and all the messages he has in his music, and I just love how he story tells, and I just love how he flows so well. And I just think it would be so cool to have a song with him, like how he has this song, See You Again. It's just my dream to have a song like that. Another artist that I would love to collaborate with one day is Lana Del Rey. She's such an inspiration to so much of my writing. I would really say that Lana and Tyler just have the biggest influence on my music out of any artist in the world, and I just think it'd be so cool to have a song with Lana and just to be able to have a song with someone who's inspired me so much to make my own music, who's influenced me so much. So yeah, Tyler, the Creator, and Lana Del Rey would definitely be my top 2 artists that I'd want to collaborate with. I think the ultimate dream would be to be on a song with both of them at the same time. That would be crazy, but I don't know, anything can happen. It definitely took a while for me to find my own sound, and even today, I feel like my sound is always changing. I remember when I first recorded my very first song, I went in the studio and a producer asked me, what do you want your sound to be? And I didn't even know what that meant. I was so new to music, I just knew I liked writing it. I just didn't understand what it meant to have a sound. I was so stressed that I didn't have a sound, and the producer kept telling me about other artists that had sounds and how I should have my sound. But after recording more music and writing more over the years, I realized that it's okay to not really have your sound figured out, and that's something that kind of develops naturally. And I feel like as I released more music, as I got more comfortable and confident writing music and singing, I realized that my sound just kind of appeared. And even today, I feel like I really am not confined to a genre. I feel like I'm constantly writing new types of music. Like right now I'm working on a dark pop project, but I've also been writing on a psychedelic project. I've also loved doing indie pop, more jazzy stuff. But I feel like what makes my sound is my lyrics, my storytelling, the stuff I like talking about in my music. So I feel like if you listen to one of my songs past, maybe 2020, you'd be able to tell it's mine just because of the vibes. And again, the more that I wrote music, the more I really felt like my sound developed naturally. So that's the journey that I took to develop my own sound. Lately, I've been re-listening to What Could Possibly Go Wrong, Dominic Fike's album lately, and I just love every song on it so much. I'm not a big album person, but that one doesn't have any skips for me. And then a song that's really been stuck in my head lately is Me and Your Mama by Childish Gambino. That song is so good. That one right now is really doing it for me. My favorite song of mine that I love to perform is definitely my song Dirty Clothes. It's one of my favorite songs I've written, and it's definitely a audience fan favorite, and it's also the song that got my original music out there. I've played it and performed it so many times at this point, it's just purely muscle memory, and it's such a stress reliever and a relaxing part of all my shows when I get to play this song because I know it so well. I don't have to stress about forgetting any of the words. It just kind of flows, and it's so fun to sing. I love it. The first concert I ever went to was a Bruno Mars concert in Las Vegas in 2012, I believe, and it was so good. It was such a good first concert. It was so fun to see him live. He's such an incredible performer, and I just knew all of his songs by heart, and it was so fun to see that live. It was such a great experience. I would say that I have two big ones. The first one was when I found out, or when I realized that performing and writing music was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Basically, in high school, I had an out-of-body experience while I was performing, and I got off the stage and just felt like I found my purpose in life. So that was a pretty huge career moment for me. And then I would say another really big career moment for me was when my song Dirty Clothes went viral on TikTok. I just wanted to go viral on TikTok for so long. I know that's not every artist's dream, but it just felt so good, and it was such an amazing moment for me in my career and really got my foot in the door for so many opportunities. So I would say that those are two really big career moments and milestones in my career so far.